Imagine pulling crisp, vibrant vegetables from your very own garden bed. Delightful, isn't it? Today, we're exploring the rewarding experience of constructing a DIY raised garden bed. Imagine the joy of slicing into a tomato, its freshness unmatched, all because you nurtured it from seed to harvest. Raised beds not only enhance your garden's aesthetics but also boost yield and ease the gardening process. They're a game changer for both novice and seasoned gardeners. Stay tuned as we dive into the art of crafting a perfect raised garden bed from scratch. Why opt for a raised garden bed, you might wonder? Well, the perks are plenty and persuasive. Firstly, raised beds promote better soil drainage. This is crucial because well-drained soil helps prevent waterlogging, which can compromise plant health. Imagine a scenario where every downpour doesn't leave your plant roots soaked and stressed. Next, consider the weed situation in a traditional garden. It's often a constant battle. Raised beds, however, significantly reduce this issue. By elevating the soil level, it becomes more difficult for nearby weed seeds to invade your pristine garden space. This means less time weeding and more time enjoying your garden. Accessibility is another major advantage. Raised beds are a boon for those who find bending and kneeling uncomfortable. They can be built at a height that suits you, making planting, maintaining, and harvesting a breeze. Moreover, the ability to customize the soil in your raised beds cannot be overstated. Tailor the soil mix specifically for your plants, ensuring they get the exact nutrients they need to thrive. Clearly, raised beds simplify gardening. Let's see how you can plan one. Planning is pivotal in garden bed construction. When envisioning your garden bed, the first step is determining the optimal size and location. Start by assessing the amount of space you have available. A common choice is a bed that measures 4 feet by 8 feet, allowing easy access to the center from either side without the need to step into the bed. Next, consider the sunlight exposure. Most vegetables thrive in full sun, requiring at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight daily. Observe your proposed location throughout the day to ensure it meets these requirements. Water access is another crucial factor. Your garden bed should be near a water source to simplify watering tasks. However, avoid areas prone to waterlogging as this can harm plant roots. Lastly, think about convenience. Place your garden bed in a spot that's easily accessible for regular maintenance and harvesting. With your plan in place, gather your materials and let's start building. What will you need for this project? Let's dive into the essentials. For starters, the core of our garden bed will be made from untreated wood. Opt for cedar or redwood, not just for their natural beauty, but for their resistance to rot and pests. You'll need enough to construct the sides of your bed. Typically, 2 long pieces and 2 shorter ones should frame it nicely. Next, secure everything together with screws. A durable, rust-resistant type is your best bet. Keep a drill on hand for driving these screws efficiently, and a saw for cutting your wood to the precise lengths required. Don't forget the landscape fabric. This barrier will discourage weeds from making an uninvited appearance and ensure that your soil remains pristine. Speaking of soil, choose a mix that will nurture your plants. A blend of topsoil, compost, and organic matter generally does the trick, fostering an ideal growing environment. With your tools and materials ready, constructing your frame is up next. Time to shape our garden bed. Here's how to bring the frame of your DIY raised garden bed to life. Start by cutting your wood into 4 pieces. You'll need 2 pieces for the length and 2 for the width. Depending on your design, a typical size might involve pieces that are 8 feet long for the sides and 4 feet long for the ends. Once your wood is cut, it's time to assemble these pieces into a rectangular frame. Position each plank to form the corners and use screws to secure them tightly. It's crucial here to ensure that each corner is joined so the sides meet precisely. A carpenter's square can be invaluable in checking that the angles are true right angles. Ensure the entire frame is level because an uneven frame can lead to complications later, like improper water drainage or uneven plant growth. Use a level tool across the top edges, making adjustments as necessary. Your frame is ready. Let's prepare its foundation. A solid foundation is key for any structure, including garden beds. Start by selecting the perfect spot for your raised garden bed. Once you've marked out the area, the real groundwork begins. First, remove any grass and weeds. This can be done using a spade or a sod cutter for efficiency. Clearing the area prevents existing vegetation from interfering with your garden. Next, roll out landscape fabric over the cleared area. This fabric acts as a barrier that will help prevent weeds from poking through your garden bed, saving you from future hassle. Ensure the fabric covers the entire area of your garden bed and a few extra inches around all sides. Now, bring in the frame you assembled earlier. Carefully place it over the landscape fabric, making sure it's positioned correctly as per your initial plan. It's crucial that the frame sits flat and even to avoid any issues with water pooling or uneven plant growth. With the ground ready, let's fill it up with nurturing soil. A good soil mix is the heart of lush plant growth. Imagine the foundation of a flourishing garden where every handful of soil pulsates with life and potential. To achieve this, the right mix is crucial. Start with 60% topsoil, the robust base that provides structure and holds nutrients. Then blend in 30% compost. This goldmine of organic material not only enriches the soil with nutrients, but also improves moisture retention, which is vital for plant health. Don't forget the final 10%, organic matter such as leaf mold or well-rotted manure. This component is essential for enhancing soil aeration and providing micronutrients. Now let's fill the bed. Begin by spreading the soil mix evenly across the raised bed. This isn't just dumping soil, it's about layering it thoughtfully, ensuring every inch of the bed can support life. Use a rake or your hands to smooth the surface, breaking up any large clumps and making sure the distribution is even. With the bed filled, you're just a step away from planting. Now comes the fun part, planting. When introducing seeds or seedlings to your newly crafted raised garden bed, start by envisioning the layout. Space is key for each plant to thrive, so consider the mature size of your plants. A good rule of thumb is to leave enough room between them to allow air circulation and growth. For seeds, depth matters. Generally, plant seeds at a depth twice the diameter of the seed. For seedlings, make sure the root base sits snugly in the soil with the top of the root ball level with the soil surface. This encourages strong root development. After planting, give your garden a generous initial watering to settle the soil around the roots and seeds. This also eliminates air pockets. Over the next few days, keep the soil moist but not waterlogged, as consistent moisture is crucial during the early stages of growth. Your plants are in. Let's ensure they grow up healthy. A little care goes a long way in gardening. The joy of a thriving garden comes from consistent attention and the right maintenance strategies. Regular watering is the lifeline of your garden bed. Depending on the weather and soil type, a deep soak a few times a week is preferable to daily light sprinkles, as it encourages deeper root growth. Next, let's talk about mulching. Applying a layer of organic mulch like straw or wood chips can drastically reduce the amount of water evaporation and keep those pesky weeds at bay. It also adds a tidy look to your garden and breaks down over time, enriching the soil. Weeding might not be the most enjoyable task, but keeping your garden bed clear of invaders allows your plants to thrive without competition for nutrients and light. Lastly, embrace organic pest control methods. Introduce beneficial insects like ladybugs, or use neem oil for a natural approach to keeping pests under control. Maintain well, and your garden bed will flourish. Let's wrap things up. You're all set to watch your garden thrive. From the initial sketches of your raised garden bed to the careful selection of materials, each step has been a building block towards sustainable and enjoyable gardening. Remember, it all started with understanding why raised beds can revolutionize your gardening experience, offering better soil control and easier maintenance. Then, you moved on to planning. Choosing the right size and location was crucial, wasn't it? Ensuring your plants get enough sunlight and you have easy access for tending them. Gathering materials came next, selecting durable wood and the right tools to bring your vision to life. Constructing the frame was perhaps the most hands-on part, assembling each piece to form a sturdy base for your plants, preparing the ground, laying down landscape fabric, and filling the bed with a rich mix of soil and compost set the foundation for healthy growth. Planting your chosen seeds and seedlings carefully, then stepping into the routine of regular watering and maintenance, has brought you to this point. Embark on your gardening adventure. Happy gardening.